have a huge lot of stuff to show off that it's been like a month collecting in the game room. Also, I was trying to wrap up on a video game hunting episode as well, so I figure why not double dip and show off some of the stuff right now to you guys. So, move some of the stuff over to the side real quick. Like I said, I just went through all this stuff. I want to try to keep it all kind of in the same genre kind of stuff. Because I don't want to go back to this, and this was that. I want to keep it all kind of in the same genre. So, give me 2 seconds, and then we'll start showing the stuff off. Ugh. I think I got allergies coming. I know a lot of people probably right now are not playing, they're probably watching football right now. Football just started about half an hour ago. So, alright, I got pretty much everything situated. So, let's go ahead and start getting going. This is, for the Super Nintendo. We got Beethoven, the Ultimate Canine Caper for $5. Who figured Beethoven should have got a freaking Super Nintendo game? I enjoyed the first Beethoven movie. I can't even really tell you what's it about and who's all in it. So it's because it was an early 90s kind of movie. So, I mean, early 90s is now 30 years ago. So, I need to go back and watch at least the first one. I know for sure this game is horrible because the Angry Video Game Nerd did this one. This is Dennis the Menace for the Super Nintendo. Picked that up for $5. Those two I picked up at a flea market. I think I also picked this one up at the flea market as well. Actually, I did pick this one up. I know because he has the green sticker on this. For the Game Boy Advance. I'm going to go through the Game Boy Advance stuff now. We got Pac-Man Collection. So, I've been on this kick about handheld games recently since I have the Retro Freak that can play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and if you have the adapter for the Sega Genesis, you can play Game Gear games. This is a funny one. For $5, you got Triple X. I was like, hey, you know what? For $5, we can give that a try and see if that's any good. At the same flea market, I picked up F-14 Tomcat. Same flea market, I also picked up a bad label version of Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Trying to look at this really bad label. It looks like it came from vintage stock too on the back. It says $25 on the back, but it's very, very faded. Like, the only reason I can see it is from, like, the reflection of the light. What's up, EJ? How's it going? For, Game Boy Advance. Well, I hadn't yet. I mean, I did a little bit, EJ, but not a lot because I don't get to move until November 9th. So, I don't want to pack too much stuff away and then like, oh, I don't have anything to do, Especially, I'm going to be going back and forth between the apartment and the house because until I get some help, mainly like from my brother, well, I'll probably just move over small stuff to the apartment until I get some help. Then we'll move the bigger stuff. But I'm not no hurry. The house is pretty much gutted, minus this room. The game room is pretty much gutted, minus the stuff I want, and my bedroom. So, in my bedroom, I can do that quick. Minus the furniture, obviously. But yeah, this is Game Boy. This is the Super Monkey Ball Jr. for the Game Boy Advance. I recently did a gameplay of that. There's a Konami Collector Series Arcade Advance for the Game Boy Advance. At the same flea market, I picked this game for the Tetris World. As that question, EJ, right now I'm trying to save a few bucks. And plus, no, the house is paid off. I gotta just keep the utilities going. So, right now I'm just gonna bring smaller stuff over to the apartment until I guarantee if I can get my brother over here, I probably can get more of the family members to help me out for during the weekend or something. I already did the gameplay for this one. This is Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy Advance. I did the Game Boy Advance game on that. I need to play this one. This is Tomb Raider. Lara Croft. For $20 for the Game Boy Color. Yeah, here's the thing. If I don't want to send out over clothes and stuff until, I can send some clothes over, but I don't want to do too much where, I'm in a bind or a pickle where, I just have dirty clothes, because right now, we sold off the washer and dryer, so, it's getting real. For the Game Boy, we got Super Breakout and Battle Zone. For the Game Boy, we got Moon Patrol and Spy Hunter. I got a loose copy of Super Mario Odyssey. I lost half my Switch games, so I appreciate that, EJ. I already went through half this right now, so they better hurry up, and then I got stuff I gotta do. I gotta eat breakfast, and then I gotta start doing some packing and vacuum the house. So, I got a Dreamcast game. It's called Incoming. And for the Sega Genesis, I picked up Toki Going Ape Spit. You should try that out. What's funny, he looks like he's eating a giant piece of pizza, but what he's really doing, he's just spitting out something, but it looks like he's eating a giant piece of pizza, though. for the Game Gear, I got a loose copy of Asterix Great Rescue for $6. For $20, I got Star Trek Next Generation for the Game Gear. For $4. Thank you. Thanks, EJ. For $4 for the Game Gear. Solitaire and Poker. Because it was so cheap, why not, you know? The reason I picked this up was in its box, and I like having these Game Gear games in their box. This is Jeopardy for the Game Gear. And for $6 for a box copy of on the Game Gear, why not? I would have picked this up loose if it was. I would not want Jeopardy randomly loose for the Game Gear, but it had a box, so why not? For the Japanese Sega Saturn for $13, we got Quadazone Desktop Life. Pretty much a aquarium game, I guess. It has a bunch of sea life stuff, and it's in Japanese, so my late wife would be proud of that. I have gameplay on this. I'm not sure if I'm going to release this because I couldn't get past the first level, and it was so frustrating. But it's a classic game. It's out for the NES, but this is the more superior version. This is PC Engine game. It's Salamander. And I think it's Life Force on the NES. That's a really hard game. Because if you get one hit, you die, and then you start the level over again. And you're like, oh, great. This says it's Gunbuster Volume 2 for the PC Engine CD drive. I'm not exactly sure what type of game this is, but I can play this, so we should try this out, see if it's even any good. For the Atari 7800, this is... I had these games loose. I was planning to pick these up last week, but I just didn't do it until today. This is Centipede. And I like having my boxes, so I just sold my loose copy for this copy. So, and it was funny, it says, this game got bugs! So I like that. For Atari 7800, this is Karateka. Like I said, I had this one as a loose copy, and wanted the box copy. And it was funny, it says it's a super game cartridge. So they're trying to tout this as being better than the NES. But, I mean, it's almost as good as the NES. And then on the back, you can see it's about close. And it says Karate Combat. The last few things. This is a mini arcade machine. They were doing a buy two, get one free. Something like that. And I think I bought this one and two of these coins for this. This is a mini arcade game from my arcade. This has over 300 games. If you hit the coin slot things, it just starts up. It has over 308 games in one. The thing is, look how tiny those controls are. And only like 4 games are actual real games. The rest of them are just like crap games that they made up. So I thought it was just Burger Time, Bad Dudes, Caveman Ninja, and whatever. Karate Champ. I didn't figure it had 300 games on there from Data East. So that's a freaking shocker that Data East would put so many crap games on it. Probably wasn't even Data East idea to do that. It's probably my arcade. They're like, hey, we gotta pad up that number. So the last two things I picked up, I just happened to spot these at the very end. It is these coins. Right here. They're like poker chips from casinos, but this is Bowser Jr. from Frank Lord Candy. So that's pretty cool. I have that one. And then I have Princess Peach. And what's funny is I already have two of these, I believe. We got Mario. Sealed. This is still sealed. And this one is Luigi. This one was sealed, but the package came open, but it's Luigi. So, that's pretty much it. So, I appreciate EJ coming by and the people who probably watch this later. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I need to do and enjoy the rest of the day. So, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.